Guys, CuriousGamer here with IGR, and today I'm going to be taking a chance at recording a live playthrough on Mega Brutal with Virus. Now, this will be my first time recording a video in this game, and in case you're not familiar with it, it's called Plague Inc., and you can find it on the Play Store. It's quite fun. I would recommend it to anyone. You may need to spend about $1 depending on your taste to unlock the speed up in the game, and it makes it much more interesting. So like I said here, I'm going to be choosing the Virus today and playing on the Mega Brutal difficulty right here, which definitely makes this game a lot more interesting. We will not be using any cheats as we haven't even unlocked them yet, nor do we use them even if we do unlock them, unless it's just for fun. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and name our disease IGR to represent the channel. And here you have your modified genetic code screen. You unlock these by winning the game on any difficulty beyond casual, and they give you little boosts which help you along your way. So I'm going to be using Darwinist and Metabolic Jump, as well as Aquasite and Hydrophile, definitely very important for this build. And lastly, symptoms don't increase in cost. Those are our gene modifiers that we'll be using this on. This is Mega Brutal difficulty of Plague Inc. with Virus. So here we get to the home world. We're going to go ahead and fast forward and begin in Saudi Arabia. So I choose Saudi Arabia because of the hot and rural climate allows for easy transmission as young virus. However, this area, as you can see all the way around, is very moist, and with our water bonuses, we're going to be taking advantage of that soon enough. As you can see, the humans have airplane sterilization, so we will not be using transmission by airplanes. However, that doesn't affect us as this build doesn't rely on airplanes. So the first evolution we're going to grab here is transmissions. We're going to grab Insect 1 as soon as we reach 9 DNA. And we're going to go back. Now we're going to go ahead and go up to 3 DNA and get, or actually, we're playing a virus here, so yeah. We're going to get virus instability 1 at 5 DNA, which will slow us down a little bit. Here we develop anemia, which we're instantly going to go devolve. Although it does slightly increase infectivity, we do not need it at the point as it can trigger combos which greatly increase the lethality of your disease. We don't want that in this playthrough, as this is Mega Brutal and we need to avoid being detected for quite some time. However, we do want mutations. This is what we're shooting for in this build. That's why our transmissions are mutation bonuses. And here I'm going for coughing. While explaining the path I'll be following on the symptoms, I'm going to shoot for coughing, sneezing, rash because it costs less. We want to get it before our DNA points are wasted by mutations taking our cheaper symptoms. And then we're going to go straight for skin lesions and the symptom that increases mutation, freedom over mutation. I forget what it's called at the moment. However, we're going to go back to the game screen. So as you can see in Saudi Arabia, I have 102 people infected, and that number is starting to rise much quicker here. However, after a quick mutation here of viral instability, now we will be free to increase our symptoms, which is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get sneezing, as I said. This further increases our infectivity. And we're going to come right back. There we got insomnia. We're going to keep insomnia right now, although it doesn't necessarily help in this build. It is an interesting symptom to have because it leads up into a symptom that really increases the amount of time that it takes the humans to develop the cure, which is quite important on this build. So here you can see I grabbed rash and now I'm grabbing sweating. We're going to come back to the world screen and just go ahead and wait for these DNA points to rack up. Now I know a lot of people looking at this, they may not be into simulation games, or at least one of this nature. It does appear quite simple to the view, like I'm not doing anything at all. However, there's definitely a deep aspect of strategy, especially when playing this game on Mega Brutal. and that entertainment is enough to keep me going. So here I mutated into the nausea symptom, which is absolutely perfect. That's infectivity. So I developed sweating and rash here and evolved into nausea. So we've got coughing as well. That's greatly increasing our infectivity rather. And we're gonna wait for 8 DNA points and grab skin lesions, and then come over to transmissions, and we're gonna immediately go into blood 1, followed with insect 2, followed by blood 2, followed by the special bonus, which I'll show you once we get there, which shouldn't take that long as our infectivity has greatly increased. As you can see in Saudi Arabia, we're up to 14,000 now, which really pales in comparison to the country's total population at, where are they? 61 million, almost 62 million. So we have quite a ways to go here. However, as you can see with a virus, that red bubble right there means we have spread borders and infected another country. With a virus, this is where things get really, really, really fast. As soon as we grab skin lesions right here, our infectivity is going to skyrocket. As a result, we're going to start escalating DNA point, or accumulating DNA points very quickly. And these red bubbles right here are going to start popping up very quickly from our transmissions. So we're going to have to pop them because they don't last very long on the screen, especially on 2x speed, which I'm playing at right now. It's kind of hard to keep up. Now, I opted out of my build to go ahead and get blood 2 to take advantage of the hot areas I'm in, and the richer countries such as USA can get infected by contaminated blood from third world countries, which is where we're at. Then we come back for mosquitoes too, and immediately go into drug resistance, and then finish off our virus mutation bonuses, and wrap up with all the last transmissions I would need, and make sure I get Greenland. Greenland's the only thing that can prevent this build from succeeding. Here we need 23 points for our insect 2. In the world now, we've infected 62 million population, completely infected Saudi Arabia, which has given us almost all of that population. However, I believe we have infected about 20 countries now. Where's our general stats? Infected countries. See, this list is getting a little bit longer. You can see healthy countries, we still have a long way to go. Remember, we're on Mega Brutal, so people practice extremely good hygiene, unrealistic hygiene on this difficulty level. And it takes your disease a little bit longer to spread. However, that being said, a unique twist in this gameplay, as we have mutated necrosis early game, this drastically increases the infectivity of your virus, along with increasing the lethality, and the dead corpses remain infectious. However, it increases the severity of your virus, which can allow or encourage countries to close borders, which Greenland will surely do if we keep this. However, I'm going to opt to keep it as the infection bonus versus the cost is just too high to pass up. Even with our genetic gene from the beginning of the game that reduces symptom cost, we're going to evolve extreme hematography right here and start saving for drug resistance 1 after getting viral instability 2 and 3. And then we will come back for drug resistance 1, and then we will get level 1 of all these, and then drug resistance 2, and then level 2 of all these, followed by cold resistance 1, cold resistance 2, and then we'll come back for extreme zoology. And by that point, if we don't have Greenland, we will not win this game, or we will be cured by then, depending on how many people we can kill on Mega Brutal in what time frame, because they've already begun work on the cure. The world is becoming united. They're not united in the cure yet, but there are quite a few countries. Okay, we evolved hemorrhaging shock. We're immediately going to devolve that, as it will just double the lethality of our virus right now. See that bar right there? We don't need that. We're going to go ahead and grab immune suppression for the freedom of mutation, along with viral instability 3. This is the key point in the game to get these, because currently we have infected 700 million, which is a large percentage of the world. However, we're about to infect the other 6 billion. So we want to focus on infectivity, transmissions, and mutations, because mutations happen during infection, especially when crossing borders, which is what we're going to do here. We're going to get drug resistance 1, and come back for livestock 1, followed by birds 1, and the entire world, sure enough, will be infected. Vomiting combo, awesome. It's just going to speed this up even more. Bird 1, rodent 1 at 18, which we've got. Now here you can see the points really raking in, bubbles popping up everywhere, back up to 24 DNA almost instantly. Drug resistance 2 comes in at 32. We want to devolve pneumonia. That is not part of this build. It will result in death. We don't want that right now. Regardless of the cost, it's just something we're going to have to incur. As you can see, they're working on the cure. They're up to 11%. However, it's not progressing quickly, and many humans are dying due to our necrosis evolution. We've killed 700 million, which was our infected population not even probably 3 minutes ago. However, Greenland remains uninfected, along with a few other countries that worry me, such as New Zealand and Madagascar. I may do some tutorial series on this game if you guys like it, and explain exactly how all the countries function, how infection works, what these pop-ups mean, and all the mechanics. You see, I'm going to go ahead and opt out of my build because this is mega brutal. I wanted to finish with these two and go ahead and get cold resistance 2. However, the world just became united in cure efforts, and I don't want to pay for genetic hardening and reshuffle, so we're going to go ahead and get total organ failure and invoke some massive death along the world. Abscesses has just evolved. It's awesome because we didn't even get cysts. So we're just going to let that reap havoc while the population drops. 1.3 billion deaths now worldwide. It'll delay that cure ever so more. Pulmonary fibrosis, further increasing the lethality of our disease at the moment. We're going to finish these evolutions as we had planned. Bird 2. Let's see how many healthy countries we have left. Most of these are cold. I see a few warm in there, but they're in humid climates, and I assure you they will be gotten. Now, because of the build we used in this game, we want to hurry up and finish this rodent 2 so we can come back for the cold resistance to obtain Greenland. And lastly, we're going to want to get this water 2. It's our last resort effort to obtain Greenland should they remain uninfected after getting extreme zoonosis, which we've just grabbed. The reason that is so important, guys, is because Greenland, when they close that dock, they will not be infected by any other calls other than livestock, and extreme zoonosis encourages the triggering of the random event that causes that to happen, as does cold resistance. It's very easy to have this happen on a bacteria or a virus. The world really wants me cured now. They've just received a bonus that speeds up cure production. However, at 48% with 6 billion deaths, I believe it's safe now to go ahead and devolve total organ failure, which is going to cost us 7 points, and I would strongly advise against ever doing this as it's very expensive to get and may not trigger from another mutation at this point. However, we don't need it anymore. We've reduced the world's population enough. They're not going to cure us anytime soon, and we need to focus on obtaining Greenland, which is going to come from this right here. Water 1 and Water 2 are our last transmissions. Total organ failure symptom mutated. How about that? Against everything I just said, that just happened. I got it on video. Just spent 8 more points to devolve it yet again, as to not exterminate the world's population. This is the only problem with the Darwinism gene and virus as a whole. Sometimes your mutations get out of control, especially if you grab all these transmissions like I did, and you can really run out of DNA just from devolving virus symptoms. There is a gene sequence that I haven't unlocked yet that eliminates virus's cost for symptoms for devolving. I believe it does it to everyone, but it's obviously made for the virus. Pulmonary edema, that's definitely going to speed things up as far as killing the world, but we'll leave it for now. It's not that severe. We still need Japan. Oddly enough, this game has went terrible. I don't know how we didn't infect Japan. We need waters 2 before we can do anything, which we're going to grab right here. Water 2. And I suppose we're going to get a warm climate resistance to help further infect. Total organ failure, a third roll of the mutation. 9 points to discard this time. It seems I'm destined to lose this game on Mega Brutal, as my mutations have just gotten out of control. The game seems destined to leave me with total organ failure, unable to devolve it as it costs too much DNA, and effectively limiting me from doing anything else. So, as I said before, this is Plague Inc., and this is the Mega Brutal guide, and I'm definitely gonna try to upload this video even though I failed. This was supposed to be a guide to show you how to win, and I will not win, as I am soon gonna eliminate the world's population, as the lethality of my drug is just far too high. Get rid of hemorrhage shock here. There's total organ failure. You saw it, folks. I don't know if Mega Brutal is encouraging this or not, but that is the 4th time we have mutated it. That effectively causes us to lose the game. There will be no way to win this time, as we still have not infected Greenland, Japan, and Iceland. However, I'm confident we could have gotten all 3 had we had enough time to sit here and wait. However, we will not, because the world's population will soon be exterminated. At least the infected population, rather. We've obtained Sweden now, so that'll seal them. But as you can see, countries such as Russia, China, and America are all dead. And we just evolved yet another lethal symptom, so this is it. No more DNA points coming in at this point. The cure will not be finished in time, and the infected population of the world, reaching below 1 million now, is now gone. 200,000. Seems they were all wiped out there. And yeah, if you like this video, if you like this game, I suggest you give it a shot. Go check out the Play Store on Android, and I would imagine it's on iOS as well. I don't have an iOS phone though, so I can't promise you that. But it's definitely worth checking out. It's called Plague Inc., and I would suggest paying the $1 for the speed if you want to play more than one game on it. So I'll be redoing this video. I want to try to make a series of actually demonstrating step-by-step builds that work on with each disease type for Mega Brutal. And I'm still debating on whether I want to try to do it without using the gene sequences or not, because those are unlocked from playing through multiple times. And I know everybody doesn't want to sit there and play a game 100 times to unlock something, and I don't blame you. I don't want to do it either. But I may unlock them during recording these videos. However, if you guys are interested in what everything does that you do unlock and you want me to use them in the playthrough, let me know, because it'll make my life a lot easier when it comes to beating these levels, as I have been trying to beat Bioweapon on Mega Brutal without using the gene sequences at all, and I haven't even come close. At most, I've infected maybe 40 countries and killed all of them pretty much, because it's a unique experience, and I want to show you guys the zombie mod too. So yeah, this is CuriousGamer with IGR, and check back for the rest of Plague Inc., as I'll be working on it tonight.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure and hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe.
Got a question, comment, or game you'd like to see? Let us know by commenting below, and do your part
to help IGR discover more great games.